For the second year in a row, one of South Carolina's largest MLK Day celebrations took place online. Our Jason Raven tells us more tonight about this year's King Day at the Dome.
Well, this yearly event usually takes place in downtown Columbia with a march from a nearby church to the front steps of the South Carolina State House. Well, the front steps of the South Carolina State House were quiet once again this year on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but his life and legacy was still celebrated on a large scale.
He was a worker and a doer, not just a mouthpiece to follow. His belief, as we know it, was that all men were created equal and should be treated the same. His dream is still in the making.
Monday morning, hundreds of people tuned in online to watch and take part in this year's event. Now, organizers opted to hold it virtually due to concerns over the recent surge in COVID-19 cases. Now, their theme this year was Why We Can't Wait. Speakers talked about issues like voting rights and education. U.S. House Majority Whip Jim Clyburn of South Carolina spoke about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy as well.
He asked us to come back and go to work. Not to keep dreaming, not to stay awake, but work to fulfill the dream. And if there ever was a time for the fulfillment of that dream, it is 2022.
Now, the U.S. Senate is set to take up 2 voting bills this week. Senate Republicans, including South Carolina's Tim Scott and Lindsey Graham, oppose the legislation. Now, during the King Day at the Dome event, speakers advocated for change and reminded those listening a familiar phrase from Martin Luther King Jr. himself.
As Dr. King said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Now, the South Carolina NAACP, along with other organizations, held the first King Day at the Dome in 2000. They organized it to protest the flying of the Confederate flag on the State House grounds. Jason Raven, WSAV News 3, on your side.